It is an absolutely gorgeous Saturday. I've just been vibing, chilling, napping, getting our energy back up. We need to do our town trip soon. I'm actually kind of at this point where I get to sometimes where if I miss my window going to town, it just feels like something I can just keep pushing back and back and back to the point I'm like, I don't even need to go to town, but we probably should. Oh, I didn't realize he was behind me. He was behind us. I'm also happy to confirm that this is definitely sage and it is absolutely lovely. I was on a call with the homie Taste Nate earlier and there was like a dried up leaf on my little bench thing and I didn't even notice it, so I just kind of like threw it. And the second I did this little, it just released the most delicious fragrance. I burnt some of it and it is so sweet, so amazing. Like, I like burning the other stuff up here, but it's like the most like fragrant incense sweet one of all of them. So the thing is, like, you can see it's at a point right now where it's still just growing, so I really don't want to harvest too much of it, you know. Like, I mean, maybe we could like pinch some growth and they would like split out more, but for the most part I think we want to let this grow for now. But I mean, you can see there is good amounts of it, so it's not like, you know, it would hurt to harvest a little bit. But for now I think we mostly want to let it grow. That being said, there are like leaves like right here, right? This is dying off. We could pick these little side leaves without taking the top growth. And just some of like a little side leaf off each branch, just so we have a little bit to burn for now. Thank you, plant. Thank you, thank you, thank you. A little whoop. Because this stuff, freaking amazing. So yeah, we'll just pick a little handful for now so we can dry that out and just have a little more to fragrance our life with. What are those, like little raccoon paws? That's pretty cool. Yeah, you got Luffy paws over here, these big old puppies. And there's these little hands, little raccoon hands or something. Oh wow, this is like another huge sage bush. It goes like all the way over here, all the way down into over there more. That's all sage leaves. And the funny thing is I discovered all this just now, because there's this one, where is it? Over here. This one little branch, so I stopped and I was like, oh hey buddy. And I thought, hey, I wonder if there's any around. Turn around, big old. So yeah, now that we're paying attention, there's actually a good amount of sage up here, which is really cool. Yeah, I mean, we could harvest a branch from a bush like this and it would be totally fine, right? In fact, you know what? Let's just get just a little baby one. Just a little baby branch. Thank you, plant. Oh. Lovely. Thank you. I don't know why, but some days this walk just takes it out on my legs. Like, some days it's just, there's not much gas in the tank. I don't know why. I don't think we were insanely active yesterday. We cleaned up a good bit, but it's funny. Just pushing our way to get home. Who lost the stick again? Dude, I love you, but you keep losing the stick. You keep losing the stick. I don't know where it is. Hey, you want to go down to the creek? There's a newt in the water. He's just vibing down there. Here you go. If I manual focus, we can see him a little better. I think he's just like playing dead there. Oh, there he is. Dude, that's so cool. Okay, didn't want to annoy him too much. I feel like it's the same newt. Or, I mean, maybe not, but like, right? Kind of similar. And also right here, it's crazy. This is where we filmed last time in just a few days with this much heat. Like, this was all filled up with water. Remember, he was hiding right down there. I was sitting right here. it's like dried up significantly since then, so he's moving his way up the body of water. Luffy's still just being a little stinker. God, why do you have to put your paws on me every time? I love you without you doing that to me. Ay, ay, ay. Dude, paws down. Ay, ay, ay. What a turd. What a turd, man. Oh. Gave the newt a little time to scurry away so it didn't bug him too much. But yeah, I just wanted to enjoy this water while it's still here, because we really don't have this for that often once the heat comes out. Like, generally speaking, it doesn't usually feel that nice, because this usually happens when it's colder, so got to take advantage. Oh, I see like lens water drops. Sorry about that, we'll clean that off. But yeah, just enjoying this while we can. Chill Saturday. I like how we were saying our legs are tired and yet we hike all the way down to the stream, but some things worth the cost. Just charge it to the game, you know? Nice walk though, kind of heating up. Didn't need to wear this jacket probably, but I've just been so paranoid from the cold lately. But yeah, I think I want to try to laser engrave some stuff. So it's the goal here, to get, I don't want to say productive because it's Saturday and I'm trying to let myself chill on weekends, but just do some little test stuff. Okay, chilled out a bit when we got home. We have these patches, like was actually on the hat in the last shot we were probably wearing, right? The Tedstones hat, the bucket hat. And also this hat, which, funny, it actually has a dark spot where I super glued one of these patches that I put on before and then started peeling off because I didn't iron it on properly. So we can just make, I'm thinking, a hash vlog patch, or 2 or 3 since we have a few of them here once we get the design all centered in and stuff. And then I have an iron. I don't have enough electricity actually, because it blows the fucking circuit for my house and stuff, and my generator doesn't like it either, so I'll probably wait till I go down to town, because it's one of those things you take for granted, having utility power, to actually iron it on. But even if I make a couple, I could put one on a sweater. That would be cool, actually, you know? So it's fun to have these patches because you can put them on essentially anything. So gonna get to making that right now and see how this turns out. Hash vlog. Okay, so we're gonna take off this coaster template. That might actually be lightweight perfect. Let us check this. No! That's because I didn't center it. I didn't hit the return to origin. I hate it when I do that. That's one of the worst feelings in CNCing. Yep, I just gotta watch it do that. Okay, so what I didn't do is set XY axis to 0. So now I have to going along the outer box. Perfect. 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 I mean, I think that's pretty dang good. I say we go for this. Guys, I think that turned out perfect. I mean, let's hold it up, but dude, that is pretty dang great. Maybe the left or right could be improved a tiny bit. I don't even know. That's lovely. I am so happy with that. It's almost like when you have a proper alignment thing, things align better. What a concept. Can't sleep on the old work we put in. I'm going to burn at least 1, 2, 3 more while we have this set up, because it took a second to get us here. Let's clear that throat there. But and also the really cool thing about this is that I made this with the spindle, so I cut this myself, obviously, so it's designed for this perfectly. Got a little finger hole right there so I can lift things out, and these just slot like nice and snugly in, so it holds it in place. There's a little like bow in the board, which probably isn't ideal, but it really doesn't affect it too much. So I'm gonna burn another couple and then maybe chit chat a little. I just realized I can change the lighting power based off my phone app. It was just like right in my eyes like this, just blinding the crap out of me. And I was like, oh, we can bring it down a little bit. So life lesson there, people. We got 5 of these burned because 5's a nice round number. I ended up moving it over another 0.5 millimeters. So let's see if you can tell the difference. Which one is which? Which one looks better? So this is the new one. I think it looks a lot better. Just a 0.5 mil difference. The really cool thing about this first one we did though is, I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but the actual framing lines are on it. There's like a tiny little faint line from where the laser went around. So that's kind of cool. It's like a little piece of history in a way. Tells the story of us lining this up, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, we have the 2 first ones we made, and then an additional 3. I don't know, I'll throw it on. I'm thinking cool on a hat, right? Like wearing this hat, boom, hash vlog. I don't know if that's centered at all or whatever, but you know, yeah, just kind of repping a little bit. So pretty happy for that. Just fun to make it and get back in the groove. So yep. Got this made. Probably just gonna throw it on some of our stuff. If anyone wants one, let me know. I made 5, so we could probably send a handful of these out. It would probably be easier to send just the patches. I also have some blank hats we could iron them onto. But I think the patches are cool because you could put them on anything. Like, actually, here, I'll be right back. As I was getting to this stuff, I realized I don't know if anyone would actually want hash vlog specific patches. Like, why would you put it on something you own? But whatever, if you do want one, I made a few extras, so you know, a little memento as we embark on this journey together. But yeah, some things you can put them on. For example, this is a Tez Tones hat. This is that Sports League for Artists. I actually designed this logo myself. One of the best design things I've designed, I think. Then also same still Tez Tones thing, but I put on like a little binder, little notepad planner type thing. And then this is one of my favorite ones. Hash's Game Stash is from my little, and honestly, might be kind of fun to go into at some point, some vintage game stuff, but a little emulator I got that has a bunch of vintage games that very much have been enjoying playing with my nephews, and also just by myself. I've been playing some like Final Fantasy, not lately actually, but super stoked I bought that little thing. Super cool what it's capable of. But yeah, just some things you can put patches on. If anyone wants any, let me know. In the comments, we could send a couple of these out to some people. Maybe at some point we could do some sort of giveaways. But for now, I don't think there's that many people who would want these, so just holler. I just wanted to make it to see how this kind of looked in the real world, and I think it'll be fun to just have a little, you know, little something. If shorts go out there, and I'm not like, you know, whatever, promoting it a ton, just a little. And it's just, honestly, it's really just mostly because it's fun to see ideas come from some software thing into the real world. Seeing stuff manifest physically, super fun. You know, like seeing Retro Manny, the homie, do this sci-fi project where he went from an illustration to more like 3D stuff to then actually creating a 3D model and printing out a 3D helmet, the Retro Man helmet. Like, I live for stuff like that, seeing things physically manifest, because everything around you, electricity, everything, every product you use is just someone's idea that was physically manifested. And although digital art and all that stuff's really cool, that's kind of why I'm so stoked on manufacturing, is like having coasters, having like a physical thing to put your drink on that represents something in your life that you cherish. It makes it feel, it's so cheesy to say, it makes it feel more real, but it is, it's more tactile. You have like a physical connection to it. That's why I like a lot of instruments. You know, VSTs are, you know, they're fine, they're great, but buying instruments, even if it's a cheap guitar, cheap ukulele bass, I love playing them to just like that tactile function of just the world in general is quite nice. So yeah, pretty good Saturday. Chill, relaxing, slightly productive. Hash vlog, over and out. Actually, before we over and out, randomly we've been getting a ton of subscribers today, so I just wanted to thank everyone who's been supporting, watching the algorithm. We've gotten like a huge amount of watch hours, I think, between the short and the actual video, like 11 hours of watch time on the slug video where I felt like crap that day. So, you know, one of those, hey, let's just go out there and do it. So we're doing it. Much love, everyone. Appreciate the support. Hope you're having a good day, week. Let me know how y'all are doing below in the comments. Let's get a little friendship going. Let's get a little community going in these comments. We can do this. We can do this. You know, I think it's like really cool the people who've been coming together and supporting, because also it's something I've been realizing is the algorithm, I think, wants to do YouTube algorithm stuff, and me and like my homie Taste Nate who makes content, we're like kind of Bob Rossi. We're kind of slow. We're kind of the opposite. We're kind of not what the algorithm, I think, expects. So it's like training it to find our people. You know, oh, I should. You know what? Let's figure this out. Let's find this comment here, right? Hold on. We can edit out this slow part. Hold on, clicked the wrong app right there. I'm sorry. Okay, now that I found it, I don't know how to say the name, so I don't want to mess it up. But ABABOEBA, Ababoba, Ababoeba. This is exactly the kind of content I use YouTube for. Like, that's, you know, for someone just doing this weird thing, at first on accident, then just for ourselves, and now it's slowly morphing like, hey, maybe I am doing this for other people at some point. I'm doing this for me, but I can do it for us, right? It's going to be a we thing. It's just really cool. It's cool to see that there's people that, like, you know, the people who might watch Bob Ross, but this is our modern version maybe on YouTube, right? Like, not saying I'm that's a mythical person, but I'm just saying that energy, right? Like, one of my main problems in life, or not problems, but something I'm hyper aware of, is I use like really weird words, and probably from reading a lot of books when I was a kid, because I lived off grid also as a kid, and we didn't have like a bunch of TV and stuff, so I didn't watch a lot of TV and movies. I read a lot of books, so I'll use like weird random words that aren't in the common, I was gonna say lexicon, but yeah, vernacular. Like that's much. Anyway, I'm kind of weird. Like, I'll say, oh, isn't that lovely? But that weirdness, that meanness, leaning into it, that's our flavor, right? There's people out there who don't want someone who's, hey everyone, like you doing the whole YouTube thing. I don't want to do that. It kind of burns me out watching it, you know? We can create our own lanes and find our people, and we just need to train the algorithm to say, hey, find my people. So that's what's been really cool about the vlog is realizing that if you're just insistent enough, it will work around you, you know, like it will flow to you because it wants to find you an audience. So been super inspiring, and it wouldn't happen without people actually clicking the things, watching the things, and then commenting. So again, super huge appreciation. Also, that being said, if you all made it this far, if you want to subscribe, support the journey, if you want to like the video, I think all that stuff does help the algorithm a lot. It helps my channel. Once we get to 500, we can do more community stuff. Once we get to 1,000, we can start getting monetized, which is so far away, I'm not even worried about that. But 500, we can start doing like cooler little like polls, I think, and stuff. So that would be fun to get going. We might be able to do polls now. I should probably look into that more. Maybe I'll do a poll, and if I can do polls. But yeah, cool stuff. Just trying to. It's funny because I wasn't aiming for this to be a whole growth thing at first, but now it's like almost like a video game where it's like, let's see how far we can take this. Let's have fun with this as we go. So yeah, much love everyone supporting the journey, and let's all see how far this grand experiment, the hash vlog, can go. Hash vlog, over and out. Yeah.
Thanks for watching the vlog. Watch another or subscribe here.